Uh,
Big ball, fat, making my end. Fucking big killer, big ball, fat.
Sports God TV broadcasting from DC. Like and subscribe if you really trying to see me. Ooh, what a feeling talking sports like religion. No cap over here, man. It's all about business. Share the content, jump in the comments. Let's get it cracking. And my Washington Commanders have the steal of free agency. The 72 Washington Commanders general manager Adam Peters put on his finesse hat and finesse the NFL once again by signing four-time Pro Bowler, lockdown #1 cornerback Marshon Lynch in a trade with the New Orleans Saints, and they traded 2025 picks in the 3rd and 4th round, and also gave them the Saints a 6th rounder, basically what Adam Peters had got from the trades that he made with Sam Howell and Ridgeway as well, and Jahan Dotson. So all of those moves early on in his tenure came back, multiplied, and made the Commanders serious contenders. When Dan Quinn in his press conference said that this is a recalibration, not anymore. Being 7-2, superseding any expectations of anybody that follows the Washington Commanders or anybody that follows the National Football League, period. This is now, with the belief behind the 2nd overall pick, Jaden Daniels. This is a open window that we could possibly win now type of move. And it's funny when the reports were coming out that players were secretly was the key word, telling their agents that they want to land in Washington. When has that ever happened under the Dan Snyder era? Not players saying they wanted to come here, but Dan Snyder was just tossing bags, getting washed up players, getting players that perform well at other teams, but they just got here and got their money and just perform either average or very below average. You talking about Josh Normans or William Jacksons or Albert Hainsworths or Bruce Smiths and a non-prime Deion Sanders, and I can go on and on about all the big name free agents, Jeff George and Adam Archuleta, all the big name free agents that the Washington Redskins had accumulated over a lot of years under Daniel Snyder that never panned out to what we ultimately needed it to be, versus this general manager and this ownership group are making sound free agent signings and sound draft picks. This is a move to really lock down the NFC East. This is a move to compete with the A.J. Brown, who has torched the Commanders since he has gotten into the NFC East. Remember last year how he just bodied Emmanuel Forbes because he's too small. This move right here gives us some leverage to place a physical Marshon Lynch who battled twice a year against Mike Evans in the NFC South, a big body type of receiver. Lattimore, yes, he's nursing a hamstring injury, but I think it was more so like what Devontae Adams did when he didn't want to play no more for the Raiders and he wanted to get up out of there. I feel like it's the same situation with Marshon Lattimore. And again, him being able to lock up man-to-man with a big body receiver like A.J. Brown. And then that also gives St. Juice the opportunity to not have to cover a number one receiver, and he can cover a number two. That could give Sanderstrill, Mikey, the rookie, put him back in his natural position in the slot. And if they do want to bring Forbes in, Forbes can also play in the slot to where as though he's not your every down cornerback per se. This is a more than a recalibration. This is a, hey, we 7-2. We're half a game out of being the number one seed in the NFC conference. And then not only is this a move for the Philadelphia Eagles, but this move is for just the playoffs in general, because you got the Detroit Lions, who have Amari St. Brown and a ton of receivers. You have Kirk Cousins in Atlanta with Mooney in London. You got a conference with some top flight receivers, let alone some decent quarterback play. You got the Justin Jeffersons of the world. I mean, so you got receivers. You can't forget about San Francisco either. So this was a definite eye-opener, putting the league on notice. Marshon, Lattimore wanted to, the Chiefs were pursuing him as well. The Chiefs just got DeAndre Hopkins. It would have been crazy if they could have snatched up Lattimore as well. But the Commanders obviously had the most ammunition because of the moves of brilliant GM Adam Peters. And then this player fits the mold of what Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr. want to do as a defense, which is be physical, fly around to the ball, and hit. They've been flying around to the ball, they've been hitting, but now when you get that lockup on the outside, on the cornerback position, that just gives your D-line more ammunition. That gives you the ability to be able to play man on one side, kind of shut half of the field down, and go crazy with your blitzes, with your exotic blitzes, you know, and apply much pressure, you know, to opposing quarterbacks. The Commanders, who have also stated that they want to build through the draft. And next year, we got 7 picks going into the draft. So we are well stocked and ready for a quote unquote another year of recalibration under this new regime. Man, I'm excited. I am ecstatic. And just a quick stat, most pass breakups since 2017. You got James Bradbury with 73. You got Darius Slay with 72. And you got Marshon Lattimore with 68. That's a big stat. Marshon Lattimore is aggressive. He knows football. He has had a little bit of injury history. But at the same token, when healthy, he is one of the most dynamic cornerbacks in the National Football League. Man, you can't ask for nothing more than this right here, leading into this rest of this playoff run. You got what, 8 more games, 7-2, 8 more games. We can even go for a 12 to 13 win season. We can go 5-3. We got a tough contest against Pittsburgh come Sunday. George Pickens, if Marshon Lattimore somehow, some way comes off of injury reserve and he's ready to ball out, then guess who's going to be locking up Pickens? That will be Marshon Lattimore. Man, it is a wonderful time to be a Washington Commander fan. This area has been thirsty to have this type of feeling for quite some time. Now we have it. Enjoy the moment. What are you guys' thoughts and comments on this move, man? Drop them down in the comments section. You guys already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion. And I'm out. Till the next time.